Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Leanne Kalaba, DC, along with Dr. Chris Cox and our team here at Lifeline Wellness Center. With the challenge we are all facing right now, as with any challenge in life, our hope for you is to come out on the other side of it better than when you went in. Healthier, stronger, happier, more present, and more at peace. So with this in mind, we're continuing our short series of videos to help you do your part. Do your part to create a better, healthier life for you, your family, and other loved ones. So today, I'm going to give you an overview of Candida. So let's start by talking about your microbiome. While most people consider bacteria to be harmful, the truth is there are billions of beneficial bacteria living inside every single one of us. In fact, bacteria make up our microbiome, an integral part of our internal ecosystem that benefits our gut health and immune function. So the vast majority of bacterial species that make up our microbiome actually live in our digestive systems. So your microbiome is home to trillions of microbes. They're diverse microorganisms that help support the function of the body. So when the harmful bacteria outnumber the good bacteria, that's when issues develop, and that can be a Candida overgrowth. So Candida is a fungus or a yeast, and it can cause infection. The most common type of Candida is called Candida albicans. It's a single-celled fungus, and it's usually present in the intestinal tract. It's actually a healthy part of our body. Again, Candida is a yeast that naturally lives on the skin and in the body. And healthy levels aid with nutrient absorption and digestion. And a healthy amount will not cause harm or infection. However, if you get an overgrowth of Candida, it can cause symptoms to develop in the body. So what are some risk factors for developing Candida overgrowth? Some common risk factors include having diabetes, undergoing conventional cancer treatments, birth control use, and treating asthma or other illnesses with corticosteroids. According to the National Candida Center, there are about a dozen recognized causes of intestinal dysbiosis, and this is the dysfunction of the microbiome in your intestines, and Candida overgrowth. And these include things like a poor diet, prescription drug use, especially antibiotics, alcohol consumption, hormone imbalance, drinking tap water, digestive problems, stress, environmental molds and chemicals, toxic metals and food chemicals, and then having an immune deficiency in general. So Candida is unfortunately a very common problem for a lot of people. And when the cause isn't properly addressed, discomfort and severe health outcomes can be the result. So even though it's a common condition, it's often overlooked, ignored, or undiagnosed. And so it's important to stop masking the symptoms and find the cause. So there are numerous signs that Candida overgrowth may be disrupting your microbiome. So too often, the following symptoms are thought of as just normal things, but they really shouldn't be ignored. So do you ever experience any of the following health issues? Exhaustion, cravings for sweets, bad breath, a white coating on your tongue, a brain fog, joint pain, eczema, psoriasis, or other skin irritations, dandruff, chronic sinus or allergy issues, digestive problems like gas or bloating, a weak immune or low immune system, and then chronic yeast infections or UTIs. So if so, those are just some signs that you actually might have a Candida overgrowth. Because symptoms are common to other conditions, the Candida overgrowth may be overlooked. And then over time, the symptoms can worsen. And if they're left untreated, the Candida can actually weaken your immune system and lead to bigger issues. So don't ignore the signs or mask the symptoms with over-the-counter medications. There are certainly some things you can do for yourself to address this issue. And after all, the point of all of these videos that we're putting out right now is that I want to empower you to create your best health possible. So let's look at the foods you are eating as a way to address possible Candida overgrowth. So a Candida diet is designed to discourage Candida growth and to help you rid your body of excess Candida. So the goal is to eliminate foods which feed the Candida and encourage it to flourish in your body, like to get rid of those foods. The top offenders of the offending foods are sugar, surprise, white flour, yeast, and alcohol. So what that means is a low sugar diet is a crucial part of your Candida remedy to discourage colonization of the Candida yeast cells into a more fungal form. So this also means avoiding fruit. You want your diet to be centered on vegetables, high quality proteins, gluten-free grains like brown rice. You want to avoid high carbohydrate, sweet and starchy varieties such as such as potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, yams, beets, peas, and parsnips. A really great book for you to look into is called The Body Ecology Diet. I highly recommend that for anybody who suspects they might have a Candida issue. You can also use foods to boost your immune system. A daily intake of apple cider vinegar, sauerkraut, other fermented vegetables, green veggies in general, along with green drinks or juices, coconut oil, manuka honey, garlic, chia and flax seeds, cultured dairy, as well as spices like turmeric and cinnamon. Now, you would want to eat this way for a length of time, depending on several factors. So the length of a diet like this that actually can address Candida really depends on how strictly you follow the diet, the intake and effectiveness of the probiotics that you're consuming, and really the severity of the issue at the beginning. So you can continue a diet like this for a few weeks to several months and see if you see a change in your experience. So now that you have an understanding of the process of the Candida diet, here's a list of foods that you should eat or add. Like I mentioned, apple cider vinegar. The acid and enzymes in the apple cider vinegar help kill and remove excess yeast in the body. Fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, they contain their own microflora that helps protect the intestines, and regular consumption can help improve your immune system, makes the body less hospitable for Candida. Green veggies, like I mentioned, leafy green vegetables help alkalize the body. That helps fight against the acidic nature of a yeast overgrowth. And then coconut oil. Coconut oil has antimicrobial properties that kill off harmful Candida. And then I also talked about garlic. Raw garlic specifically has benefits that fight against Candida. And then we can do flax seeds or chia seeds, preferably ground. So the polyphenols found in flax and chia seeds support the growth of the probiotics in the gut. And that may help eliminate yeast and Candida in the body. And then lastly, we have cultured dairy, such as kefir, provides healthy probiotics to kill the Candida in your system and increase healthy flora. I do always recommend staying away from high sugar-based yogurt or cultured dairy. I also don't love cow dairy. There's a couple of coconut yogurts or even goat yogurt or goat kefir that I would recommend instead. So I want you to try incorporating these foods into your diet pretty regularly. And then another method for addressing Candida overgrowth involves the use of supplements, and as I mentioned, coconut oil. Specifically, milk thistle can help to cleanse your liver from prescription medications. Vitamin C helps to boost your adrenal glands and helps to restore your immune system. And then oregano is also a very powerful antifungal. And then I mentioned coconut oil already, and specifically it's the lauric acid and the caprylic acid that effectively fight Candida because they're antimicrobial in nature. And that helps, again, restore the balance of the good and the bad bacteria. So there you have it, an overview of Candida and some of the steps you can take to do your part in creating your best life. So remember, in these uncertain and even sometimes scary times, we want to help guide you to empowered actions that help you build your health. I'm Dr. Leanne Kalaba, DC at Lifeline Wellness Center.